There, are we on? Did that do it? I hope that did it. I don't know. Hi, Patricia. I don't know if that did it or not, you guys. Patricia, I was trying to read. Oh, good, I am on. Continued prayers. Hi, Hal. Hi, my darling friend. I have been thinking about you. Again, I've got my setup, my laptop here and my topics here. So I'll be looking down, reading a lot, but my phone is at the end of my bed. I don't know why it didn't go on. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Al, it's so lovely to see you on here. But I actually have been thinking about you like crazy lately. Al is my friend. Y'all met him on my Taos, New Mexico video. And yay, hello everybody. I was traveling like mad crazy to get here and get set up to be with you guys. I have been camped in deep remote location for 5 days. I didn't see another person, not another vehicle, for 360 degrees all around. And I'll tell you about it in a minute, but no signal, no phone, no internet, no people, no noise, no nothing. It was, I didn't have to wear my earplugs a single day. It was so heavenly and so nice. And I missed being in touch with everybody. I'm trying to scroll through and I'm just going to miss everything that I've already missed out on. I'm so sorry. Oh, Gina, thank you. Thank you for putting that up and being willing to say that. I appreciate that very much. And that is true. Super Chat tips are paid out monthly, but the following month. And so thank you. There was some confusion last week, and so we just thought we'd get that out of the way up front. Stephen, hi, how are you? It's new Nomadic is Stephen, everybody, and Lauri J, and I just love seeing everybody on here, and I'm so glad that I'm able to do Friday night lives again, or live chats, and that for those of you that can join me on Friday night lives. My phone, I'm going to ask you one more question before we get started. And hi everybody. My phone is at the end of the bed, and I'm in the city, and so I'm yelling because I feel like you're really far away from me, way down there at the end of my bed, and I'm at the head. Can y'all hear me okay? Do I need, okay, all right. That was me yelling. This is me just talking normally. Can y'all hear me if I just talk normally? SNL has nothing on Deborah's Friday night. Oh, you guys, y'all wait till y'all hear what I've been up to this week. You know what? I have been having the time of my life, and life is never dull. That's for dang sure. And I know that's true for everybody. I see on here that Patricia is still battling with some things, and Patricia, you have our hearts, and everybody is. Everybody's got a story. As soon as I got back into the land of connectivity, which was, I don't know, 30 minutes ago maybe, I touched base with several people as fast as I could and said hi just to let them know that I'm good. Okay, then I think I'll quit yelling, because I'm in the city, and you know, people walking by, they'll be like, there's a crazy lady in that van yelling, I can hear her. And I've had the cops called on me so much lately, I don't want it anymore. Patricia, I've got a screen on all of mine, so I don't know, honey, what it might be. Let's see. I hope everybody else is doing okay. Hey, Chuck. Hi, sweetheart. I didn't get a chance to call you and Letty. I literally got to town and got connection, and my phone blew up with messages for all week, and then I returned a few calls or called some people, and then to check in, and then, oh, I forgot to call David, my trustee. I'll call him when I hang up. Oh, that's a good idea, Al, for Patricia to refresh. So I'm going to look at my topics. The first thing I told my mods, I didn't even get to touch base. Hi, Lauren. Good to see you, sweetheart. I didn't get to touch base with all my mods before went live. And in fact, really only Gina and Robert. I just texted them the topic, so nobody knows what's going on tonight. We're just all kind of winging it together. Yes, Lauri, I am glad I'm back to you guys safely too. But so I have been camped in, let's see, this isn't showing me how long we've been on, so I really can't, I don't want to run over tonight. Last time I went a little over an hour, and I don't want to keep you guys that long. But I have been camped in deep remote solitude, and I don't give away my locations right now because for safety reasons. And my tribe knows where I am, and I do my spot GPS and send out to them when I get a new campsite and everything. So I'm safe, and I don't want anybody thinking that I'm doing all of this just Patricia, sweetheart, with everything you are dealing with. I am blown away that you just did that super chat tip. Thank you so much. I am so humbled and so blessed by everyone, and I can really use it. Y'all wait till you hear what I did this week. It is so insane. Noonie 57. I don't think your avatar looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen you before. Thank you so much. How sweet. So, y'all are just the best, and I just really, I had an invitation to stay an extra night and go do some fun things and hike and stuff, but I was really ready to get back to civilization, and I really needed this connection. These were people I had just met and didn't know. I didn't blow anybody off, but I was like, no, I got people I got to go see, and I met you guys on this Friday Night Live. I was really excited to be here. Joan, if you are on here, please say hello. Robert, if Joan doesn't check in a little bit, will you please text her and remind her? I didn't get a chance to tell her, and I always remind her every month. I mean, every week. Where I was camped, you guys, it was 27 miles from pavement. Okay, you leave actually, that's not true. 30. I can't do math anymore. It's so embarrassing. 27 plus 6, whatever that is. 27 plus 6 is how far away from pavement I was camped. And the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and it's on dirt gravel road. And so, oh, there's my cousins. Hi, everybody. 33 miles. Okay, and thank you. Hello, YouTube 541. And so Joan J's here. I see you. And I forgot to remind Linda too, but my friend Linda, she's who I'm headed to see in New York. She sometimes has to go to sleep early. And it's 8 o'clock out there. So the speed limit says 25 miles per hour. And so, but Fancy Free does not do really bad roads 20 and 25 miles per hour. She just can't do it. And so I was doing 5 and 10 sometimes, but usually 5. And people tell you on really bad washboard roads that if you get up to a high enough speed, your tires flatten out over the top of it and you don't get the Fancy Free has never at any speed been able to do that. And I tested it again, and she just doesn't do it, and she'll fishtail on me. And so, and it was getting dark, and I'll tell you why it was getting dark in a minute, but not too dark. It just, I didn't want to get there too late. But at 5 miles an hour, you guys, it took me 4.5, almost 5 hours to get to my camp. And this was a paid-for camp in a very safe place. But I had asked for one of their most remote camps, and so they obliged and stuck me out in the middle of nowhere, and it really did. Coming back out today, it only took me 3 hours because I was more familiar with the road, and I knew where I could go a little bit faster and make up for time. And then I had another 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so. I don't know. I lost track of time to get to a town that has a signal. I asked them at the ranger station where I was, I'm like, where do I need to go to be able to have a really good signal for tonight? And they just looked at each other and laughed. And you guys to check in there, they don't even have Wi-Fi or anything. I don't know how they work, but they let me use the ranger station phone to call and tell Cindy happy birthday. My cousin that's on here, her birthday was Monday, I think, Sunday, I'm sorry, Sunday or Monday, and then her mother's, Beverly, is tomorrow. So happy birthday, you two. And so I did that and used the phone and called a couple of people but went there to call her for her birthday. And so that's where I've been. That's why I haven't been online. Everything is good. It was the rest I needed. I just loved it. And I don't know if y'all can see, there's Bandit down there. He's sleeping. No bone tonight. Not making that I'm not making that mistake again. So let's see if I've missed what I've missed. And I don't remember what, glad you screwed the furniture down. Me too. Michael is the one that helped me with this beautiful van build. You guys met him on the final tour of Fancy Free. Robert, you might want to put that video link up if you get a chance. I don't know what other, I think you two are my only mods tonight because I didn't get a chance to notify anybody. So, and thank you for putting that up, Robert. But on my final tour of Fancy Free, you guys met my cousin Mike. He's married to my cousin Cindy, and he helped me do this beautiful build. And I was like, people were, I passed in that 5 hours, I didn't see anybody going in. But today when I left, coming out, a little over 3 hours, 2 vehicles passed me, and they were like, zoom, zoom. I was like, I am not beating my poor van to death. I felt bad enough for her as is, but everything stayed in place. Fancy Free is just a beast. She just rocks and rolls. I just love her. Anyway, having the time of my life, if you couldn't tell. Oh, is that the link to the final tour video, Robert? Oh, there you, oh, it is. Okay, that's the final tour video. Great job. Thank you so much. I can't walk and talk and chew gum, so I knew I couldn't put it up. So that's where I've been, and you guys, it snowed while I was there. I felt like a real pioneer woman. Now, I knew that I was going to be offline and have absolutely no signal whatsoever. So I'm trying to read and talk, and I can't do it. I did a video clip today with somebody that you guys will get to meet. I think the video that I did today will be up in March, early March. And she was like, well, do you want to do that over because I corrected you? And I'm like, oh honey, my viewers are used to helping me. She goes, well, I don't want anybody to think I was being mean to you. I'm like, no, they get it. They all speak Debra. It's okay, we can redo it if you want to, but nobody's gonna think that. They'll be happy that you helped me. So low in the 20s. Oh goodness, Robert, stay warm. And yes, it was kind of cold the whole time I was there, and but I stayed warm. And Lauri J, I don't think that's what you meant, because I see $10. We can get that corrected. Just let me know. Robert, please put up my email address if he needs to email me, because I see two different amounts, and we'll make sure that we get it right. I don't want anybody to worry if they made a mistake typing in. And so regardless, thank you so much. And y'all haven't even heard the calamity from this week. You know, last week, Bandit peed on me because he saw horses for the first time. His mama outdid him this week, let me tell you. I forgot where I was. Oh, the snow. Yeah, I knew it was going to be cold. And so I'll have a video coming out on Tuesday. I think one of my Nomad quick tips is how to stay warm when camped in winter weather, because I was out there in the snow and I thought, what a perfect time to do a Nomad quick tip on that. And so I'll go over how we stayed warm and everything, and you can see that on Tuesday. But Bandit had never seen snow, you guys. Clearly the dog had never seen snow. He would not get out of the van. He refused. He was like a mule sitting down on his hind rump, and he was like, you cannot make me go out there in that stuff. And so what y'all are gonna think I'm crazy for the way I placate him, but I felt like it was important. And thank you for putting my email up, and Lauri J, feel free to contact me if that doesn't go through correctly. But anyway, so my dog was just not going outside. He was like, I am not having anything to do with this. And so I got a blanket and I put a blanket down, and he then finally, after a few hours, and it was like a lull in the snow. It snowed all day and it was just so beautiful. But he kept looking up, and so I just watched, and I can tell when he's going to use the restroom. And so as soon as he started to use the restroom, I moved the blanket out of the way. But the whole time he jumped out, and he kept looking up at the snow, and he came right back in. And that is the only time that dog went out all day. He wanted nothing to do with the snow. He didn't mind sleet the day before. The sleet didn't bother him. The rain the day before the sleet didn't bother him. But that snow, he didn't, he didn't want anything to do with it. And so, hey, Deb in Vegas, hello. That is so funny. So Bandit travels EM. You got a Bandit also. That is lovely. And Bandit's Instagram account will be live. My Bandit's Instagram account will be live this weekend, and he is Bandit the Nomad Wonder Dog. Gina, if you or Robert could type that out with a hashtag, no spaces, Bandit the Nomad Wonder Dog. That would be awesomeness. So Mesquite, Nevada. So yeah, you guys know snow, but anyway, Bandit had never seen snow, and it freaked him out. I loved it. I could tell the next day I missed it. I usually hear everything, but I slept so soundly. We'd had wildlife come through camp because you could see their tracks in the snow, and it was probably burros, and there were coyotes and everything, of course, out there. But it didn't look like cat tracks or anything. So I was sad that I met that. But oh, good deal. Met me at Bandit's Rady's birthday party with your dog Bandit. All right, cool. Oh gosh, I should remember how to travels in. I'll work on my memory on that. That's so cool. No snow in Medford. You're in Medford. Hello, YouTube 541. And there's somebody else on here in Medford. That's so cool. Your Bandit looks like my Bandit. Oh, yes, I do remember. Short-haired, though, I think, right? Am I remembering that yours is short-haired, right? I think. That's too, Elva, that's too funny. And a friend of mine that I'd been online friends with for a long time and was looking forward to meeting in person was on her way to my meetup. She had just sold her home and bought her trailer and rig, and was headed to my meetup as her first outing. And you guys, she had a heart attack and died and didn't make it. And that was her first time on the road. And she had stopped at an RV park and was going to be a couple of days late because she wasn't feeling well. And her dog's name was Elvis and looked just like my Bandit. So we have Elvis that looked like Bandit. He went to go live with his uncle. And we have Elva that is named Bandit and looks like Bandit. That's hilarious. Yeah, Bandit, he just held it. He wouldn't go out. There was nothing I could do to persuade that dog to go out. It was hilarious. So I'm looking at the time. All right, yeah, that Vesta Moon. It was really. I was so looking forward to seeing her. She was so fantastic, and her family contacted me to see if I knew where she was, because the last they knew, she was going to be leaving that RV park and make it to my meetup, and so that's one of those things. Life is so short, and it's people that I get my strength and my well, God is my source, but I get my strength and my spirit and my keep on keeping on attitude from those that I have loved and that have loved me and that just have such a great example. And Cynthia was one of those people, and I was sad I didn't get to meet her in person. But I tell you what, just life is short. Grab it by the brass rings while you can. And no snow. See, Lauren, you're in Portland. Everybody's up north and not getting any snow. So I got off on a tangent, and I'm sorry about that. But Cynthia was with me this week while I was out there boondocking, because I knew she would have loved that place. So let me look and see what. Okay, I'm going to go into questions from this week from a couple of viewers. And before I tell you what I did, and I think I'm trying to build up the courage to tell you, because it was such a boner. I can't believe I did it. But Ohio has snow. Well, I'm sorry, Vesta Moon, that you don't like the snow. I love the snow, but I got to leave it, so I kind of understand. My friend Sandy, Jam Van, that is normally on here as a moderator, but every Friday night she has dinner with her 4 girls, and it's just a tradition for them. They leave the guys at home and they go have dinner, and I knew that, and I knew it was going to mess with her being able to join us, and so I knew she wouldn't be on here, but she's in Ohio. And hello YouTube 541 Lauren. Oh, from the I always forget that. That's who you are. Thank you for telling me. Hello YouTube 541. And Daryl and Lauren, yes, I remember you guys, and y'all switched your names, and I always forget that that's you. So thank you for reminding me, and thank you so much for being on here. And the nomadic healer, Bridget, just joined us. Bridget, I got into town about 30 minutes before going live, and I've not had any connection all week, and I'm sorry I didn't get to touch base with you and remind you. So my part of Ohio is like a sheet of ice. Yep, that's what my friend Sandy says. And so let's answer a couple of viewer questions. Debbie Diva, I don't know if she's on here tonight, but she says, does Bandit like baths, and how do you bathe him being on the road? I don't know that Bandit had ever had a bath. At the shelter where I got him, they had done a wet towel, clean him up and everything after his surgery, but they didn't, or they tried to remove stitches, and so they didn't want to he didn't have his surgery there. He had an emergency surgery with me a few days later, but when I went to have those stitches checked on. And anyway, he had not had a bath. I don't think the boy had ever had a bath in his life. He got his first bath in a kitchen sink in a friend's RV. In fact, it's Gina's RV that she has now. And that's where he got his first bath, in Flow. That's what Gina has named her rig. And he was still in such shock and everything, I think, from being adopted, that he wasn't really sure what was going on, but he didn't like it. But he liked the feeling afterwards, right? They always do. They always like, oh, and they just jump right into being all frisky and everything afterwards. And so then he got another bath at a those you can usually find in some towns, bigger towns, those places where you self-serve pet bath places. And I can't remember where I was, maybe Silver City, New Mexico at the time, when he got his second bath, and we did that there. And I had to put the clip on him and clip him in the tub. He did not like that at all. And he since had another bath with just me heating up water and using bottled water. And that went better. He seemed to like it better out in the middle of the desert. But I hope, my cousins are on here, and if they don't mind, I'm going to see if I can bathe him in their backyard, if that's okay with them, or somewhere on their property when I get there in a couple of weeks. And so that will be his fourth bath, and I think he's just getting used to them. But the way that I make sure he stays bathed on the road is if I am parked in a location like in public land where I can do bathe him with bottled water, or if I'm at a state park or somewhere and get permission to use my bottled water. They don't want you using, of course, their water to bathe the dog or something. Then I do that. But otherwise, I try to find the best for me is the self-serve baths that they have in towns. Some car washes have a doggy bath connected to them. Some pet stores have a doggy bath connected to them. And then there's just some independent businesses that's what they do. So yeah, dog washes. There you go. And thank you for hitting the like buttons, Joan. I appreciate that reminder. Yeah, the dog baths can anywhere from $10 to $20. Yeah, I would think so too, Lauren. I'm going to try him out. I'm trying him with different places to see what he might like best. He did not like, now I can't even remember he did not like the tub at the self-serve thing. I'll try it again, but he did not like that at all. And so he likes outdoors, and so I'm hoping a big truck just went by and scared him. He's like looking up. So I'm hoping he'll do okay outdoors, but we'll see. But yeah, the doggy pet showers or pet bath places can be anywhere from $10 to $20. And I don't know what truck stop showers you go to, Robert, but that's about what the ones I go to cost. So, yeah, you guys are so funny. River Bath. Hello, YouTube 541. I got to go back and try to remember your names because I don't want to keep calling you that long name. I won't remember it. I can't find it. Lauren, I remember, but I can't. Daryl and Lauren. That's too funny, a river bath. Yeah, but then he smells like wet dog and it doesn't smell real good. A touch of Calgon. All right, give him a Calgon bath. Oh, Victoria, that's so cute. And bite off your sprinkler heads. Gina, that's so funny. All right, so the next question is from Carrie Jo. And Carrie Jo asked, will you need volunteers at your smaller meetups? Well, I'm going to have meetups in, I think in maybe Alabama. I'm not sure yet. I'll know pretty soon. Florida, New York, Ohio. Those are the 4 states that I'm pretty sure I'm going to have mini meetups in. And Carrie Jo wants to know if I'm going to need volunteers at those. And no, I won't. It's hard. No, I won't. WON''D. I will not need volunteers at those smaller meetups because let's see, we've got 3 people on here tonight that went to my Medford, Oregon mini meetup, and we just kind of hang out for a few hours. There's no events to it or anything, and people got to see my rig, and my friend Carolyn's RV Life came to that one with me and asked me if she could let her viewers and everybody know that she was going to be there, and I was like, absolutely. And that's how Lauren and I met. And so she did a tour of her rig, but other than that, it's just us meeting somewhere at a park, at a pavilion, and hanging out for 2, 3, 4 hours at the most. So no volunteers are needed. I appreciate that, and y'all stay tuned, and I'll be letting you know where those are going to be in those states. And again, it's maybe Alabama, definitely Florida, New York, Ohio. And then I am still debating on my big meetup that I had announced at City of Rocks in New Mexico. But I have decided I am going to do my meetup and my annual, it'll be my 4th annual meetup in Quartzsite. And so I'll be contacting people. I decided that instead of waiting to see if people volunteer, I'm just going to start contacting people I know and going, hey, can you help me with this? And so if you're willing to be a volunteer at my big 4th annual meetup in Quartzsite, Arizona, which will be next December, or this December 6th through 12th, email me and let me know, and I'll get together with you and let you know what you can do to help me, because I need the help for sure. Oh, I did forget. I'm sorry, Robert. We had a To Meander, Gillette, Wyoming mini meetup too. I did forget about that. Jennifer is on here. That's 4 people that are on here tonight. I'm like pointing at you. I know it's rude to point. You shouldn't point, but I'm like so happy. Jennifer was at the Medford meetup too. So that's 4. And I had been at, I was staying at Joan's house that's on here. So that's kind of like 5 people in a way. Hello from Arkansas. Hey, Tony 1955. I'll be going through Arkansas. Or, no, I think my route changed. Oh, good, Lauren. I'm so glad to hear that. Yes, please. Oh, your birthday's December 13th. We'll have to celebrate it while you're at Rice Ranch with us. Yes, please email me if you're going to make it and let me know, and I'll put you on the volunteer list. We have a lot of fun. In fact, I think my video about the Cocoa meetup, the Cocoa gathering at Rice Ranch, is coming up Monday. So you guys keep an eye out for that, and you can see that we have a good time and know that you want to come. There's a train going by, so I'm going to shut my vent because it's really loud. Is that better? I hope that's better. I'll have to open it back up because it gets hot, but I'll open it after the train goes by. Yeah, that's so cool. I love that. I love that 4 of you were at my Medford meetup and that you're on here. Is anybody on here that was at the Gillette meetup? Gillette, Wyoming meetup? I know Texas to Sturgis was there and the Dan Van was there, but I don't think they're on here tonight. Oh, this is just so cool. All right, so that's all the viewer questions. I guess it's time for me to fess up. Do y'all even want to hear what I did this week? And Robert, yes, I'm sorry. I know you were at the Gillette, Wyoming meetup. That's too funny, though. That is so funny. Hi, Sandra. Let's see. Okay, yeah, confession time. Okay. All right, so I'm driving along, and I am about, I'm guessing 10, 12 miles into that 5-hour drive to get to my campsite. Remember, it was, what'd y'all say, 33 miles? And so I'm only about 10 miles in. No, not even. Probably 6 or 7 miles only. I'm only about 6 or 7 miles into, what Robert say? Me. I got lost. I don't know what y'all are saying. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. Hi, Noreen. Welcome, sweetheart. Good to see you. Hi, Judy. Okay, so I'm about it's only about 6 or 7 miles in. And I'm driving along, and I see all of these signs, and you guys will see it on the video. I'm going to put it on a video. You'll get to see all of the gory pictures and everything. And so I'm driving along, and I see all of these signs that are like, I didn't even know this existed. Tent R&R, I think is what it's called. I'll have to go back and look at my pictures. And of course, Airbnb, Hip Camp, which Robert and I have both used Hip Camp and loved it. Anyway, all these signs on this ranch, and this ranch is gorgeous. And so I back up to get a picture of the signs so that I can share with you guys, because it's going to be really something you're going to want to know. And I backed, oh God, I'm so embarrassed to tell you. I backed into a Cattleguard gate thingy post thing. Okay, so there's the Cattleguard across the road, and then there's always 2 posts on either side of it, right? Well, this particular one had 2 V posts coming way out into the road, making it 1 lane to go across the Cattleguard, and then the road opens back up into a 2 lane. And I was looking left and didn't check my right mirror and backed right into that V. Not only did I back into that V, I don't know how to demonstrate it for you guys, but my bumper went past the first V, and so I was locked. I was literally like hooked onto this stupid Cattleguard out in the middle of frickin' nowhere on a Sunday afternoon. It was just, anyway, so I thought, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because I didn't think there was any signal out there at all. Chuck, thank you. Joan's RV Journey. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you both. Oh, wait, it gets better. It gets better. And so I thank you guys, because and I should have called my trustee when I got back to the land of connectivity, because if he sees this before I can call him, he doesn't even know. He doesn't know I had to use all that money that, by the way, thank you again. The money that y'all gave me last week for Starbucks coffee, well, it paid the tow truck driver, let me tell you. And I had just enough cash on me that I could offer some guys that stopped by. And it took an army to get Fancy Free off of that thing. Okay, and so Sunday afternoon, Super Bowl is about to start. And I'm like, oh my God. So the first thing I do is check my phone to see if I have signal, because you guys, I am not joking. Just 3/4 of a mile down the road that way and 2 miles back, there was no signal. That Cattleguard happened to be on a hill, and I'm not joking, you'll see it in the video, happened to be on a hill where I had signal. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. Oh, I called the Texas Parks and Wildlife, and I'm like, what do I do? And they gave me some names of some of the local people, and by local, I mean 45 miles away was the closest that had tow trucks that ran sometimes that might be able to come help me. And so, thank you. Life is short, make it sweet. That's a great saying. And yes, I was laughing even then. And oh, I forgot I have that spot GPS thing, save our vehicle. I forgot about that. I could have used that if I hadn't had signal. I hope I would have remembered eventually. Anyway. Yeah, I need to remember that I have a backup, and that's one of the reasons why I use Spot GPS, is because it has Save Our Vehicle on it, and I hopefully would have remembered that, but I didn't remember until you said that just now, Robert. What did Mike say? I got to go back. You can't make this stuff up. I can't. Okay, so the lady was so nice to me, and she's like, okay, call this guy. And so I call him, and he was just wonderful. His name's Mr. Acosta. And he said, sweetheart, it'll take me a couple of hours to get to where you are, but I'll come on out. And I was like, okay, thank you. And so at that point, I feed Bandit and I walk Bandit. There's nobody out here out in the middle of nowhere. And let me see. And yes, it's wonderful. And so I don't know, maybe an hour later, here comes a truck, and you can see it, it's 2 cowboys, and you can see them kind of look as they go by, and I'm walking Bandit, and I think to myself, guys, save yourselves, keep going. And they break and they go on, and you know, because I'm out walking my dog, I don't look like I'm in any distress, and they go on past me, and I could see that they break but they put on their brake lights again, but they went on down the hill and around the curve. Well, in a minute they came back. They were good old guys, and their conscience just wouldn't let them go on into town. And they were headed into town to go to the bar on a Sunday night for the Super Bowl. But they got out, and they're like, well, we would tell you to cancel the tow truck, but you're gonna need it. I not only needed a tow truck, you guys, it had to be the kind with a winch to raise Fancy Free up in the air and swing her out away from that stupid V thing I got stuck on. And in the meantime, these two guys took the bumper off of Fancy Free because they knew the tow truck driver was going to need to do that. And I appreciated them so much, and they didn't have to do all of that, but they were like, those guys, the tow truck people charge by the hour, and once they even get on the call, so this will save you some money on that. And they were just really, really great guys. And because of you guys, I was able to pay for that tow truck, and I was able to, and I had a little bit of cash on hand from the PayPal contributions, and I was able to, which, by the way, if anybody's putting anything on PayPal, I won't be able to see that until after the live chat, because it doesn't show up on my phone that's down at the end of the bed doing the recording. But so I had cash on hand, and I gave some to those guys for helping me. And then here's the thing, guys. So there are lots of wonderful people. Yes, I got the picture. I did a video, and Mr. Acosta, and those two guys were brothers, and Mr. Acosta came out with his brother, and they had left their family that was getting ready for a Super Bowl party. So what are the odds? I had two brothers, one that was coming out this way, and two that came in with the tow truck and the winch thing to hoist me off the Cattleguard. That I don't do anything halfway. That's what one of those guys said. He took his hat off and he's scratching his head. He said, damn, you don't do anything halfway, do you, girl? I was like, no, sir. I guess I don't. And so they had a good laugh about it, and so did the park where I stayed when I left today. I went by to meet them and say bye, and how wonderful that I had enjoyed the remote location that they had so graciously put me in. They opened it up early to let me do that, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, go big or go home. I'm sure. And those guys got dirty, and so I'm like getting baby wipes out. It's, you know, and helping them wipe their backs and everything, because they're going to a bar to watch the Super Bowl, and they got all dirty on my account. So I'm getting things out to help them clean up and everything. It was just, it was hilarious. But then today, when I'm leaving, oh my gosh, you guys, so I left, and you know, I did the 3-hour drive out, and then on my 2.5-hour, whatever it was, drive to get here, I pulled over at this scenic overlook thing, out in the middle again of nowhere, hardly any cars, and on a highway, like a U.S. highway thingy, I don't know, but hardly no cars. And I get this really good picture of Bandit with the river and the canyon and, you know, everything behind him. And I hear somebody say, "You want some help with that, Debra?" I'm like, what? I turn around, and it's one of the cowboys that had taken my bumper off. He's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I'm actually leaving. The day you saw me, I was going in, and now I'm leaving. And so I saw him come and go, and so that was kind of odd that we met about that. But let's see. Oh, I know. You know, and the park ranger told me today, they were all so sweet and so nice. He said, yeah, we get a lot of stuff, but this one's one we'll remember for a while. And so that video with the pictures and everything, and you can look at the thumbnail for this live chat and see Fancy Free hoisted in the air. But that video, I believe, comes up in around the first week or so of March, and so you can watch and didn't see it. I know, Lauri, right? I was just in awe. Could not believe it. You guys be sure and hit the thumbs up for me. I can see that there's 100 of you on here. Thank you for spending your Friday night with me. I really appreciate it. And I am parked in a, it's not a city, it's a town. I don't know how big it is. Not very big, but big enough to have Wi-Fi. And then after this, I've got to drive a little bit. I thought I was going to drive another hour, but I think I'm going to stop at a rest area just down the road. And so I was really kind of worried. I'm in a parking lot and I got lights on and everything to do this live chat, and hoping that no cops come up, and they haven't. So you know, because even at the last place I was, a policeman came and did a wellness check, and I was camped and parked legally. A couple of hundred other people parked around me, but I was not in a semi or an RV. I was in a white van, and we tend to draw attention to ourselves. So he did the wellness check, and I told him I wasn't staying, that you know, and I asked him if everything was okay, and he was like, yeah, just checking. They're always surprised when it's an older lady with a little dog that gets out of this van, but it cracks me up. When will I be in Florida? I don't know. Honestly, it's in here on the computer on a spreadsheet that I've shared with those who I'm coming to see. And Noreen, I know we're trying to coordinate, and you and I are going to be camped together, but I don't know. But I do know that a couple of days before we're going to camp together, Noreen, I'm doing a mini meetup, and at that same place. And so we'll talk later, but I know I keep telling you guys I'll let you know when the mini meetups are going to be, but I keep forgetting to check it before I come on the air, but I promise I will. We've got plenty of time. And the white van is the, it's the new, oh my God, I love that more than anything in the world. The white van is the new red car. Gina, when we're through, will you please email me that and remind me that Susan and Karen, Raised by Wolves, said that white van, the new red car. It is so true. Those white vans, I tell you. And I don't know, but Chuck Taylor, Charles Taylor, he and his wife Letty are on here. Chuck, I will talk to you. I may get the damage because she is crumpled. It's like my poor Fancy Free. Between the tire and that back right tire and the bumper, it's like all mangled now. Poor thing. Anyway, I just can't believe I did that. I don't know. I've got to check with my trustee. I don't know how much deductibles are and whether he budgets money for repairs on Fancy Free, but she just got a new front end. Thank God it wasn't a new rear end because I just killed it, but a new front end. And Robert did a lot of that work for me. My trustee and I hired him, and he saved us money, and he made a little bit of money, and I got a good mechanic that I know did it right. So she's got a new front end, but I don't know if there's any money left over from that for me to be able to do a deductible to get the body repair done. But I might do that in Alabama, or I might do that in New York when I'm up there, where I have time. So Buddy and Doug are on here. What? Did I see that right? Somebody said hi, Buddy and Doug? No? Yes, hi Buddy, hi Doug, both of you. Doug, give Buddy a hug for me, and Bandit's down here. I know, I might, if it's gonna cost money, I might not. I gotta talk to my trustee, because it's not touching the tire, it's not hurting anything. It didn't do any damage it didn't come inside and do it. Well, I haven't opened that compartment up. I haven't gotten underneath my bed and but I don't think it did any damage to the inside. I should probably look. Vesta Moon, where are you? I know lots of good mechanics from being on the road. If you want to email me, I might can hook you up with one. So Dennis is on here. You said hi to Doug, but you didn't say hi to me, Dennis. It's good to see you. I didn't know if you made it or not. Oh, Lauri, thank you. Road liability cash. It's so funny. Oh, and then we'll close, but I have to share this with you. So one of the brothers, the one that I ran into today, the two brothers that took my bumper off, thank you, Lauri. That just makes me feel so good. He said, because I gave him my card, and on there, you know, it says TBI Thriver and everything, and so we were talking, and you could tell that their minds were like, she's out here with a brain injury, and she got stuck on a Cattleguard. And so I told him, I said, I can't do math anymore, and I can't read books and stuff like that for reading comprehension anymore, but I'm on this new medicine that has pretty much given me my life back, and you know, and so I'm good to drive. His other brother, Jack, he goes, well, we all just died laughing. I'm like, okay, I had that one coming, but usually I can drive pretty good. But here's the thing, that I just wanted to share how wonderful life is. So the other guy, the one that I met again today, his name is Vic. And he looked at me and he said, are you serious? You have a brain injury? And I sometimes, you know how even trolls can be on here. I wasn't sure where he was going to go with this, but you know, the man had just spent a couple of hours helping me out, and I'm all about transparency. And I said, yes, I am, and have a trustee and a tribe that I check in with. So I'm one of the really blessed ones. And he goes, do you mind if we talk a little bit about that? I have two of my really good friends in the last 6 months have gotten brain injuries. One from falling off a horse or getting bucked off a horse, and the other one from a car accident. And my one that got bucked off the horse, he landed on a rock and he's having a really hard time. And I don't know how to help him. And so you guys, for a little bit, we stayed and we talked about that. And when I ran into him today, he told me that some of the information that I was able to pass on to him, he was able to pass on to his friend, whose name is Mike, and was able to help him. And it's such a small world, and it's such a beautiful world. And you really, even out of getting stuck on a Cattleguard and getting hoisted off of a Cattleguard, you just never know what connections you're gonna get. So I had to share that. So I'm trying to catch up. I don't see yes, a meeting that was meant to be. It was really very, very special. And because my cards have my email address on there, he said both of his friends are going to email me and we'll be staying in touch. So sorry, Kat, you're having trouble with your batteries. Oh, thank you, Marie. You must have done that on PayPal, and thank you. I'm sorry that I don't get to give a shout out to those that are on PayPal. Bye, Lauren. Love you. Thank you, Lauren. Because I don't see it, but thank you. I've got to figure out a way to where I can see that while I'm also doing my live chat. Thank you so much. Marie, you're awesome. I really appreciate that. And so that was it for my week. I hope that you guys have had a lovely week, and thank you again for being here with me on my Friday Night Lives. I'm trying to do, and I've got videos coming up this week. I was able to get caught up in 5 days of solitude. You'd think I should have. And I did, and I've got a production schedule now that I'm trying to stick to. life is just really, really, really good. And no matter what is going on with your life, don't be afraid to reach for those dreams and goals and do what is calling to your heart, because you just never know what it's going to bring into your life. I'm just a prime example of that. I really believe if I had gone into assisted living that I would just be shriveled up and dying, and instead I'm out here meeting people that have friends. And one is in Cody, Wyoming, by the way, the one that fell off his horse. Owns a hotel in Cody, Wyoming, and the other one is in I'm sorry, I can't remember where the one that was in the car accident lives, but places that I go through. So I'm probably going to get to meet these people. I just love it. And so just live life to your best that you can. And Daryl, I'm sorry to hear that. Life is full of ups and downs. I'm coming off of a hard time, and that's one reason why I went out and disconnected and did the 5 days in solitude. I really needed to get straight, and I needed to get set with the Lord again and get my direction and my mojo back and my spiritual connection deep again, and just a direction with what I want to do in life and everything. And so I'm coming off of a low period, and that's why it's like getting stuck on a Cattleguard didn't bother me. It's like, of course I did, and it just was wonderful and exactly what I needed. So I just want to encourage anybody that's on here that needs encouragement. Know that you are loved beyond belief, and that every day above ground, not drilling, is a good day, because you don't know what tomorrow brings, and keep on keeping on. And like the nomadic healer just said, Bridget said, and Noreen says she's had a bad week. So many have. So many of the people in my life, and my trustee's partner just had a heart attack and has been in and out of the hospital, and I really almost put off this trip of going out into solitude because I didn't want to be out of touch with them. And then I didn't call him as soon as I got into town and got ready for the live chat and everything. But I just want y'all to know that there's so many that are going through so much, and you just don't give up no matter what. I've said that before, and I mean it. So Julie's soaking in the tub and just did taxes. Way to go. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Daryl. That's a hard one. Blessings to you, dear one. Got to get through the bad to get to the good. Just hang in there, Daryl. Don't give up no matter what. I think that's it, everybody, and I can move tonight and turn the phone off. And yes, deepest condolences. I love my mods. You guys rock. You're the best. And I think with that, we'll close and just tell everybody that I love you. All right, we'll see you down the road. And let's see, and Lauri J, email me if you need to. Okay, everybody, bye. Love you. Have a great week. I got to figure out how to do this now. Bye.